Well, it's been a few years since we've spent time at Hogwarts, since we last saw Harry Potter and company and their defeat of Voldemort, and uh, and the end of their story. Well, apparently that is the end of their story, but not the end of the story of the Wizarding World. J.K. Rowling returns with the first part of a planned franchise, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. The film takes place in the 1920s, begins in the 1920s, so we're very far removed time-wise from the original Harry Potter franchise. Now, this film is not a sequel or prequel in any way. It's basically not maybe in ways a spin-off, but it takes place. It's a part of a Wizarding World universe, cinematic universe as we now call them, and this is just one story within that vast universe. The film is written by J.K. Rowling, her first screenplay, and all the other films were written by other writers at Columbus and Clovis. And this is Rowling's first shot, and she plans on writing them all. Returning to the director's chair is David Yates, who did the last four Harry Potter films. Now, this film predominantly takes place in the United States in New York City. And it's if you're a fan of the Wizarding World that Rowling created, it's a breath of fresh air as we see the Wizarding World from another angle, from an American angle, and just how because for 10 plus years we were accustomed to seeing what the British version of the Wizarding World was with Hogwarts, and now we see what the Americanized version is, and well before Harry Potter was ever even born, or even if his parents even were born. Hell, even before Snape was even born. And it's a really engaging and fun ride. I really enjoyed Fantastic Beasts, which stars Eddie Redmayne as Newt, as Scamander, who essentially smuggles in a suitcase full of fantastic beasts. And as it happens, they get loose in New York, and he must run around trying to recapture them. And in the meantime, he's meeting up with other wizards, witches, non-mages, which is the equivalent of Muggles in the States, and other various denizens of the beast world and the human world. And we learned about a lot more things about what it means to be a wizard and a human and how they live and interact within the United States. So we really got a real connection and a sense of just how things are different in present day British Wizarding World versus the early 20th century Wizard World in the U.S. The film also features a great turn by who else is in here? There's a lot of people in this movie. Dan Fogler as Kowalski, who's great as a non-mage. Catherine Waterston as Tina, and she works at the U.S. I guess you could almost call them the Wizarding Police. And then of course we have Colin Farrell as Graves, who's like heading up the security on like trying to find out what exactly is causing havoc in New York that could be setting off a war between humans and the Wizarding World. So the film greatly succeeds in establishing a new franchise and a new world. And of course, just like the original series, it's going to take some time to learn these new names because we don't have the benefit of having a book to read. I have not read Fantastic Beasts, and I imagine that all of this entire world is coming from Rowling's head, and it's going to be making it to cinematic, probably by Yates. And it's a really fun film. Where would it stand if I were to compare it to the Harry Potters? It's probably right in somewhere in the middle of the pack, if I were to consider this as part of the Harry Potter world, but I don't. But it's a great launching point for a new franchise and great new characters and many great beasts that we see that I just love watching. It's like in Prison of Azkaban when Harry met the Griffin, I want to see more stuff like that, and this is exactly what Fantastic Beasts delivers. Is more creatures, and they're really great looking, a lot of fun, and a lot of funny moments, and this turns out to be a real fun ride. So I would have to give Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them 4 stars out of 5. 4 stars out of 5. It's a fun and entertaining ride, well performed by Eddie Redmayne, and if you didn't believe that he was interacting with the creatures, then the movie probably wouldn't work, but he does a fantastic job, and it looks like he's having fun doing it. It's a great screenplay by Rowling and well directed by Yates, who's pretty much accustomed to this world. So it's a win-win, and it's a great launching point for a new franchise. So 4 stars out of 5. If you like this review, hit that like button below. Have you heard about Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them? Are you a J.K. Rowling fan? Are you a fan of the Wizarding World? What about Newt himself as a character? Please comment below and let me know. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do, so you can stay on top of my new reviews, retro reviews, trailer reactions, and any other fun things I happen to put up on my channel. And meanwhile, if you've already subscribed, please hit that bell button right by the subscribe button and activate the notifications. That way you'll be notified once I post some new content and you won't miss out. So until next time, my friends, see you at the movie.